Oh, yeah. All right, it's 8 o'clock. Let's call the Water and Lake Commission meeting to order for March 18th, 2026. Please call roll.
Commissioner Grindy?
Yes.
Commissioner Paz?
Yes.
Commissioner Quirk?
Yes.
Commissioner Riopel?
Yes.
All right, approved minutes from previous meeting, March 4th, 2026.
I'll move. I'll second.
Please call roll.
Grindy?
Yes.
Rapaz?
Yes.
Quirk?
Yes.
Riopel?
Yes.
All right, bills and payroll.
I'll move. I'll second.
Please call roll.
Grindy?
Yes.
Rapaz?
Yes.
Quirk?
Yes.
Riopel?
Yes.
Public reports. We'll speak with Evans filling in for Todd. Morning, Evan.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Evan Peterson. So first, we got the Business Highway 2 landing project. So we received additional information from Milliburn on the pole assembly issues. Northwest Electric has received their correct installation hardware and plans to set poles starting next week. Todd, do you?
Yeah, that project out on Highway 2, they had some slip issues with getting the poles together. We did get a letter back, as Evan said, from Milliburn, so we're all ready to go there. So hopefully, I talked to Luke yesterday, and I think he's going to try and probably set them on Monday the way he talked. So it'll be good to go. Okay.
Any questions for Evan?
No.
You did dang good.
I had a couple more things.
Go for it.
So, for equipment and materials, I met with Todd and Tyler on March 10th to go over a list of materials to bid, and then we hope to have a bid package ready for approval at the next commission meeting. And then just some more miscellaneous things. Industrial park work from the sub, LMT drawings, Central Middle School solar interconnection agreement, and then we also got our blue plate drawing sets that we need to review, sets 1, 2, and 3. And that's it.
Other questions for Evan?
No.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to Keith filling in for Steve.
So Steve gave me a list of 2 items to go through with you. First one is the lead service project. They're working on plans and specifications along with the Public Facilities Authority. The plans need to be submitted no later than March 31st, so that's coming soon. The staff, Todd's staff, has been doing a little more investigating related to the lead service lines, and there's about 100 or 100 plus that they're going to recheck because some of the photos and things didn't come out well, and they want to make sure that they're not lead service lines. And we have already found a couple additional, and so that's good that staff is looking into that in more detail. We were originally at we had 9, at one point we had 8 lead and galvanized, then we had 9, and then we were up to 11, and then there was a few more that they found. And so what Steve's trying to do is get as many as he can into this contract. If we find additional ones going forward, we'll probably have another project down the road for that, because the state will probably only take so many. And if you're doing plans and specs, you want to have, if they're bidding on stuff, they want to see what they're bidding on. So we still got a little more to go there as far as finding out how many lead lines we have. The other item that he has on here is the Lime Pond project. I'll let Brian speak to that. And that's basically what he's got.
No, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Mr. Gulstead, MIA. Old business, nothing. 2025 accounts for charge-off.
Good morning.
Morning, Bree.
Yeah, as you see in the packet, and then you guys did receive an individual list of those accounts that were charged off for 2025. And so annually we present these to you for your review and approval. And so I just need recommendation for you to approve and sign the accounts for charge off. You can see that City charges were roughly about the same, but water and electric charges were a little bit higher. And a lot of those are like from the trailer court or some of the all-electric heat customers that unfortunately left and weren't settled up prior to leaving. We do send them for collections, and so we do, last year we did get a little bit more from collections. You can see just shy of $9,000, and then obviously the collection fees accordingly. The big difference, I guess, that you kind of see like closer to the bottom is things that were assessed on the property as a tax lien. Those are not included in the above totals, the $34,375 total for city and water and light. That does not include any tax liens that go on the property, because that either when they pay their sales or pay their property taxes or at the time of sale of the property, those are settled up and paid to us at that time. So the last couple of years, stuff that's been turned over, usually when we turn it over, I bet it's anywhere between 1 and 3 years later by the time we actually get those paid back to us through the county. So like last year alone, we got $4,500 back on stuff that was assessed on the property. So yeah, unless there's any other questions on that, that is all I have. And looking for approval, and then if you guys could sign the report, and then we keep that in our files for auditor's review.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, we're pretty much, even though it's 1 to 3 years behind, we're dang near getting half back again. Close.
I mean, we get dollar for dollar what we put on tax liens. We do get that back.
Right.
And then, you know, obviously on the collections portion, you know, we do get a small percent, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a dang, we're doing.
Yeah, we're getting at least something back, that's for sure.
And just showing people we're doing dang good due diligence.
Yes, yep.
Good job.
Yeah.
I know a lot of these are apartments or rental units. Do we have any? Setup fee for them or any deposit that we do, like first and last month or something? Or
Yep. So all customers now are required a deposit, both residential and commercial. Residential, if they're regular electric, so like most homes, for example, that have like a gas furnace would be a $200 deposit. Those with all electric heat would be a $300 deposit.
what percentage of the offset then, if we keep that? Is it like 20% maybe?
It really, yeah, I mean, it really depends on the property, like, because what's turned over here is after those deposits have been applied.
Okay.
Or maybe they had paid on time for 12 months in a row and then had gotten it back. And so then maybe there wasn't a deposit to apply towards it. Some bills are really high, especially with all electric heat in the winter. It's not uncommon to have $600-700 bills, which is high. I mean, it's really, really high. But obviously, if you do 2 months worth of that, your $300 isn't offsetting very much. So, yeah.
Or Mr. Quirk can contest to this, unless he got a wife like mine.
Well, that's in the summer.
He just goes south.
No, he knows.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Good job, though. So we're looking for a motion to approve for charge-offs.
I'll move. I'll second.
Please call roll.
Grindy?
Yes.
Rapaz?
Yes.
Quirk?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, department heads. Todd.
Morning. So I got a couple things here. We did approve that new truck last week. So we're working on the service body quotes for that. So when the truck comes in, the service body will be ready to put on it. So that's pretty lined up and ready to go. The water crew's been putting in a couple meters on a couple different projects in town. And then, as Evan mentioned, we did meet with him on the material bid sheet for 2026, and getting a few other quotes for some other projects that are coming up for some fiberglass material. Some of that stuff is out 6 to 8 weeks or longer. And then, as I mentioned, Northwest Electric called. Sounds like they'll get those poles up on Business Highway 2 next week. So with that letter from Milliburn okaying everything there. And then we have that switch that we had that failed. We have a vendor bringing in a solid state switch this week. We'll be able to take a look at that. That one has no oil in it. It's kind of what in the industry what some people are moving to, less chance of failing. No oil in there. It's still got the vacuum switches in it. So, and then the water crews are working with Widseth on the lead service lines there. And other than that, just business as usual, unless you got any other questions.
Any questions for Todd? Thank you, bud.
Thank you.
Brian?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Water demand has been slightly higher than average here recently, which of course is a good thing. And the operators have been closely monitoring the incoming water for potential runoff complications, especially with the temperatures going to be increasing now the remainder of the week. I did compile and forward to Brianna the annual water plant narrative report. That's for the audit. And then recently compiled and certified the Minnesota DNR water conservation report. And I would like to thank Maren, Jordan, and Brianna for their help with that report as well. As Keith mentioned earlier, I'm still coordinating with the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, and that's in regards to our lime sludge land application permit. Moving on, I do have a meeting scheduled with Advanced Engineering for the 5-year renewal of our American Water Infrastructure Act and our emergency response plan. This covers potential vulnerabilities with cybersecurity as well as physical vulnerabilities with our buildings and or infrastructure. And then lastly, I have a Lake Agassiz TAC and FAC meeting scheduled for tomorrow and Friday, and a board meeting scheduled for next week with them as well. That's all I have unless there's questions.
Busy?
Any questions?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Bree?
I'll be quick.
Misty?
Just a quick heads up that we do have Brady Martz, our auditors, coming on site next week, Monday through Wednesday, and so they'll be doing our water and light audit those days. Doesn't typically take all 3 days, but they do allot that time just in case that is needed. So yeah, just been busy working on various year-end entries and reports. Been working with Brian on some statistic reports and stuff that we put in our annual report. And then I know, Mr. Grindy, they will probably be reaching out to you at some point. Usually they like to touch base and speak with the president on the commission, so be looking for that. And then other than that, just been really busy just trying to coordinate and work with Tyler Technologies on different Teams meetings and then getting set up for trainings in the next coming weeks. So looking forward to go with that, but I know there's a lot of work involved and ahead, and Corey's been good keeping us all on track, so that's good. Unless there's any questions from me.
Questions for Bree? No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carla?
Bree was very thorough. I don't add anything, thank you.
Thank you. Jordan?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We'll look at our rebates here, just a couple residentials. So I'm waiting on Calcs back on a commercial HVAC project, as well as the 2025 American Crystal invoices we received for all their lighting and their VFD upgrades throughout the year. So waiting on those to get calculated, and we'll start paying those out throughout the year. I'm still reviewing some of the terminology on some of our applications with Frontier, so we're working through that process as well. Got quite a few different annual reportings that are in progress, so I'm working with Keith on the EIA report that we have due up by April 30th, as well as AE2S rate survey, which we're finishing up this week. And looking into next weekend we got the Forks Home Show, so I'm going to be there both days just promoting our conservation programs, giving some customer information on that. Any questions on anything?
Any questions for Jordan? Thank you, sir. Good
Thank
job. Corey?
Just an update on our ERP project. We are through the preliminary phase with Tyler Technologies, which was mostly them getting some information from us so they can make their more formal schedule, which we should get in the coming weeks. We do have staff, the key staff involved in the configuration of the software will be attending probably 12, 15 hours of online training over the next few weeks while they're getting their stuff together to get us a final schedule. So other than that, it's been business as usual. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Keith.
So Brian covered the LAWA finance and tech meetings coming up. Next Monday, I leave for St. Paul. We have an MMUA legislative conference. I put a copy of one of the bonding requests in front of you. We're going to request that the state pick up 80% of that South Tower project. We requested it last year, if you recall. And then I'm also going to bring some information for Reed from the city for the industrial park project. They're requesting, I think, several million for that one. And so I will be down there talking to Senator Johnson and Representative Gander. And then at the same time, we'll be talking with the MMPA, other cities, those representatives as well, to kind of push that agenda along. Then the following week, the 30th to 31st, I'll be in Chaska, MMPA board meeting. And then the last item to bring up is we did receive some numbers back on the RECs. I don't know if I mentioned to you before, but the older the RECs, the less their value. And so the number of RECs that we put out for bid was 72,138, and the high bid came in at 20,462.90. So, you know, it wasn't a buck a rec, but 30 cents or so. And so the key is to get that in earlier. And so we just got an email from WAPA they've got our 2025 recs. We get 65,824 recs. And so what we'll do is we'll run that through that bidding process immediately, and hopefully we'll get a little higher number. But what I'll be doing then is we'll bring this to you at the next meeting for approval to sell those recs. The successful bidder's name was Harrison Renewable Energy, and we just got that late yesterday afternoon. We're going to be speaking with Noah Hansen, he's the Avant lead, about this, but I don't know that there's anything else we would do. I don't think we'd want to rebid them since they're old, and I don't think we would give them away to Crystal, because 20,000 is, you know, I think we should take the money and then just get them in quicker next time. So that's where that's at. If you got any comments on that would be appreciated. But otherwise, I'll bring it to you in 2 weeks, and we'll see if we can get your approval to sell them. So that's what I got.
Any questions for Keith?
No.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner reports. You want to talk about your pet?
Nope.
No, okay. All right, a motion to adjourn, please.
I'll move. I'll second.
Please call roll.
Grindy,
Yes.
Rapaz,
Yes.
Quirk,
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
See you later, Mike.
Yep, he's only about 6 feet long.
I think he'd tear us apart. Thank you, everyone.
I think our chances are on that 900.
So what happened with the boat?
I think that may make us better because
I had a buddy driving it.
throw us a bone.